What's up, Lowlifes? It's your boy, Major Payne. And with me, as always, Lieutenant Dan. Fall in, soldier.
Oi, oi. Welcome to your Friday. God, you look like a cop.
I just noticed I'm in fucking full military attire.
Yeah, for real. With a freshly shorn face.
Can you have a mustache in the military?
Yeah, but there's regulations. It has to be within the corners of your lips.
I'd have to shorten it up.
Yeah, and then I forget what
No,
the
is
other one is.
that's too far in.
No, it's literally the edges of your lips, the corners. If you were to draw a line vertically on either side, that's as wide as it can be. And it's like I don't know, maybe I have a small face, but that's a little too close to Hitler for me. So I've never
That's a
run
little stash, yeah.
yeah, I've never run a full regulation mustache in the military.
Yeah. Okay. I just I was talking to Dan before this. The reason I shave my face is because I'm on a bit of a health kick, and this way I can't cheat and hide my fat face. I have to see it all. So I'm like, I'm just gonna make myself as disgusting as humanly possible. So I'll stick with like the diet and exercise shit I'm going through. I'm off the booze currently. I'm drinking a Shirley Temple. Okay. Trying to get healthy because getting older and want to ride bikes forever. I don't want to be. I don't want to be like dead. I would suck ass, dude.
True. Proud of you, man. You're
Thank you.
doing good.
Hopefully this helps keep me motivated.
Rhino School of Tough Love over here.
Yeah, you got to beat yourself up, you know? Yeah, I think we're just going to dive right into it. We have a bunch of stuff on the simmering right now for updates. But we want to wait until we have some other details locked down. So we've been tickling this for a while. We want to do a tool episode and we're not going to rehash the same old bullshit that we always talk about. You need a welder. MIG or TIG is fine. All right. Some people prefer MIG. Some people prefer TIG. We're not going to get into that. We're going to talk about some of the specialty tools that we use. Because these are so worth the money. Like I went so long without some of these tools and struggled and ruined parts, like brand new parts. And after I got these tools, I'm like, this is why people buy specialty tools. And we live in an age now where you don't have to buy them from fucking Snap-on. You don't have to have a guy drive up in a truck to where you work and you have to fucking finance things and sign in blood. You can just go online and get relatively cheap tools. Now, I'm just going to say I'm two things. First and foremost, I'm an American, okay? And I support small business and American-made goods. Number two, I am cheap and broke. So out of necessity, sometimes I have to buy shit from China, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I have to pay Bezos. I have to pay the Bezos tax.
Yep.
That's my fault. I should have finished school. I should have went to college. So now I'm paying for it. But yeah, let me just kick it off. Because this one is one that I mentioned it in an episode a long time ago. Or not too long ago. And people hit me up like every week after they read the episode. Guys, it's been a long week, okay? Oh, also, this is coming out late, by the way, on Friday, because I had shit to do, man. I was just like, I mean, I'm preaching to the choir here. I'm telling you, I'm overworked. Dan's over here working 3 jobs.
Everybody's overworked.
Yeah, and we just got fucking hammered with snow, dude. That fucking really drove the point home that fall's over, Cupcake. Time to buckle up. What'd you end up getting? About 10 inches, you said?
We got between like 10 and 11. Yep. All in one fell swoop.
Dude, it came in like a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't expect it either. Like, Dan hit me up the morning of the storm and was like, yo, how you doing out there? And I was like, dude, it's nothing. It's going to be like 1 to 3 inches. Ended up getting almost a foot.
Yeah.
They changed it overnight.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean? I'm expected to get almost a foot, and I'm an hour south of you. What are you talking
Yeah.
about? And
Yeah.
you're in
So
a valley, so it's like you always get way more.
yeah, you know what? I get more than Henniker proper for sure because
Mm,
we're a little bit higher up and we have that ski mountain that pretty sure they shoot, they're laying down chemtrails to make it snow more.
probably.
Yeah. They're doing something, dude. They're seeding the clouds because it snows like a motherfucker. I'll be in downtown Henniker driving and I'm like, this ain't so bad. And then as soon as I get up the hill, dude, like my tires are spinning and I'm like, what the, where did I go? Did I go through a fucking portal?
Mm. I mean, you're up there in elevation, and you do have that like valley effect right there because there's such a sheer drop off on the backside of your property that like it's when I went to Norwich, the school was set like almost the exact same way. The school is kind of set into on top of this side, and then there was a larger mountain on the other side. But because we were right in the middle of that, we would get like it would just funnel all the snow down the bottom where we were. So we'd get like double the snow totals of everywhere else. So
No
yeah,
shit.
you get fucking you usually get like considerable more than I do an hour south. It's usually a good half a foot difference or something.
You know what else it is too is the way my house is set off the road. So
Mm,
like the road is like the roof of my house is level with the road and my
yeah.
driveway like comes down in a horseshoe and around. So it's even like it's hard to remove the snow. I'll just a quick update, snow update for everybody.
Mm,
But I got that plow truck and this was the first time I got to use it. It's a piece of shit Silverado 2008, rusted, and rusted more than your usual Silverado from the Northeast. So
mm,
obviously, fenders gone, rusted out. But I'm pretty sure that this was in a flood. It has all sorts of weird like electrical problems. Like I have to unroll the the only window that works is the driver's side, and I
mm.
have to unroll it to get out of the truck. Yeah, so that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah, and the radio just like blinks all the time, and like all the lights are just like it's like Christmas in there. Oh, everything's lighting up and blinking. Um, yeah, and the plow's fucked too. Like it used to go side to side, but that functionality broke, so now it just flops side to side, but it still moves snow. However, I went to go hop in, and I was like, I'm gonna show this snow who's boss. Dead battery because it's been sitting.
Mm,
Yeah, so got a new battery for it. Well, at first I charged it up, but it was toast. Like it, I could drive it, but as soon as I engaged the plow, like everything went and just like
oh yeah.
yeah. So I had to get a new battery for it, but yeah, that thing fucking moves snow, dude. It made it a hell of a lot fucking quicker than the
Good.
snow blower does. I have
Awesome.
a pretty long driveway, a lot of space to do. So, yeah, dude, I just throw that bitch in fucking four-wheel drive and just send it. Dude, I was cruising, dude. I was going like 40 through my driveway, just like I'm not getting stuck, dude. And this snow is getting the fuck out of my way. It was
Hmm.
fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But it has a problem with the brakes. They just stop working.
Hmm.
So at one point, I pushed this like huge scoop of snow up into the road, like not my problem anymore. But then the brake, I had the brake on, so because I was like right up at the top, and it just no matter how hard I pressed it, it wasn't braking, dude. And I was just rolling back, and I started gaining speed.
Oh
And you know how
no.
like my driveway like falls off? I thought I was gonna like fall off into my garage, but I ended up just saying I quit goat thinking, dude. I just fucking started gunning it instead of braking, and then
Yeah.
I kind of was able to get it straight, and I went down. I slid down the driveway that way.
Holy
Yeah, it
shit.
was fun as fuck though. But
Oh
for a second, I thought I was gonna flip it. It
yeah,
would have
dude.
100% flipped there too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's scary.
So I got a little bit of work to do on the plow truck, but it's still faster than snow blowing.
Mm, that's
But
sick.
yeah, we got fucked. And then today or the next day, it was decent, but today's fucking freezing and windier than a motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, snow squalls, the whole nine.
And it's gonna be like 2 degrees, like overnight or some shit.
Yep. Fuck, did I open up the tap? I forget. I had to use my outside hose tap is running right above my head, and I had to open it the other day to use the hose. I don't even remember why, but I had to use the hose real quick, and I can't remember if I opened the fucking left the tap open or not. That shit'll, for those of you who aren't from places where it's really cold, your pipes will freeze if you don't evacuate all of the water out of them, and they will burst, and
Yeah,
then you'll have
because
water
ice
everywhere.
expands.
Yeah. So you have to empty out your shit. So I got to make sure I fucking do that as soon as we're done here, or that's going to be a long day.
Dude, that sucks. That's happened to me. It's a big fucking mess.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, because the water doesn't know that there's a big hole in the fucking pipe.
Mm-hmm.
It just keeps on coming out.
Yeah,
But
man.
yeah,
I had a horror story with that. Quick one. I was this is my second to last year at Norwich. It was the first year I lived off campus, and me and the guys I lived with went home for like Christmas break or whatever. And we lived in this shitty little apartment, and we didn't calculate how much oil we would have to have left in the tank for it to have lasted the entire time we were gone. So it ran out while we were gone. And there was this old man who lived underneath us
oh
from
shit.
from Canada. Luckily he worked or something at Norwich. I forget exactly what it was. Nice French old man. But he had gone home to see his family, thank God. And the pipes burst in our apartment and flooded the fuck out of his, dude. It was bad. Good. Thank God we had insurance and all that stuff, and we had to pay so much fucking money for all that stuff, dude. It was ridiculous.
No shit.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And our landlord lived in Colorado or California. He was like, I don't know. I think he was in the Navy. So it was a fucking weird scenario. But
He's on a fucking boat in the Pacific.
I mean,
Yeah, I
depending on
can't
where,
get there
yeah,
right now.
yeah, it right, exactly. It was like, all right, you guys need to make these phone calls and then, let me know how much it is. And we're like, dude, we're fucking alcoholics. We all just got back from a deployment. We barely go to class. Like, we don't have any money for you. I'm getting a GI Bill here, dude. I'm getting $200 a month,
Yeah.
you know? So, yeah. Interesting times.
Yeah. That fucking sucks, dude. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Fucking
you get
winter, dude.
yeah, the fucking winter, dude. You know, I think everybody can, the New England guys, we're all like, why do we stay here? We all just complain every year. We forget, guys. We
Mm-hmm.
forget how shitty it is until it actually starts happening, and then it's too late to move.
Yeah. I agree with that. I mean, I'll say it in the summer too. I don't know why we live here, but the summers in New England are just too good.
The
They're
falls are
too fucking,
amazing.
yeah.
The
This
spring
will,
ain't bad either.
no,
The
because
winter's tough.
you're coming out of the winter. So it's like, I don't know. It's like having a good spell with your abusive significant other or whatever. That
Yeah.
spring is like, oh, they
If
stopped hitting
summer's
me
a
for a little
blowjob,
while.
then spring's a hand
Yeah.
job.
There you go.
It ain't bad.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll take it for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We ain't gonna turn it down.
Dude, my favorite thing seasonally about New England is the first time it's like warm outside and you drive around with your windows down. Dude, I giggle like a fucking idiot every time.
And it's like
oh,
50,
thank
it's like 47
God.
degrees.
Yeah. It's like, it's the heat is coming back.
Yeah. You have
Oh,
absolutely
man.
no pigment left in your skin. You're ghost white. You're sticking your arm out the window just to feel the sun for the first
Yeah.
time.
Yep. Considering heroin, the whole nine. Yeah. No, not really.
All right. I stopped right in the middle of our interlude to this
Yeah.
episode to talk about that shit. But all right, I'm going to talk about this is my tap and drill set. Okay. So it's from a company called AccuSize. I'm pretty sure that it's an American company. I don't think that this is made in America, but it's an American company. And I think they've been around for a long time. I see them, they do a lot of machinist shit. And I think that's how I found them. I went on Amazon. I tap stuff. I love tapping shit, you know? I love to tap, tap, taparoo, okay? And I hate the taps that you get at like the hardware store or, like that dark gray color. Like, I don't even know what they're made out of, but it's shit. And they snap. They're brittle. So maybe they're hard and good but if you tweak them a little bit, they'll snap. So I went and I just looked up machinist tap and drill set. So this one is an 18-piece UNC tap and drill set. What I like about the tap and drill set is if you've ever tapped anything, it, some of them, like if you're going to be tapping a 3/8, 16, coarse thread, you have a 15/16 drill bit. But if you're doing a 7/16 coarse thread, you need a U. And then you also have the little chart from Lowbrow Customs on your wall, and it'll give you the closest fraction, but it's not perfect. But this drill and tap set 18, it goes from 632 all the way up to half inch, and this is all coarse. So I just got the coarse thread ones, right? They have a fine thread one, and they have a bigger set, I think, that has both of them. But I always do coarse thread. But look at this. You have your tap and your drill and everything. You can see it. I have shit eyes. God did not bless me with eagle eyes. So I do wear contacts, and my garage lighting's shit. If someone has like good light bulb suggestions or like lighting suggestions for a garage, please let me know. Because if you Google that shit, they just want you to get those stupid hexagon lights.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting hexagon lights. Okay.
Yeah, I don't dig them.
I'm not turning my garage into a beehive. I think those things are so gauche, dude. But anyways, these things are fucking bulletproof, dude. When I say I tap everything, I tap stainless steel with these, no problem. The drills are going through stainless steel like butter, kid. And then the only thing I will say is if you're going in dry, you need to go back to sex ed bud. You got to get some tap oil. So just get some tap oil. And these things I've tapped. I use the 3/8 a lot. I like the big ones. All right. And basically, when you're building a chopper, you're using 3 different size bolts primarily: quarter inch, 5/16, and 3/8. The occasional, maybe you go up, maybe you go down occasionally. But if you're fabricating stuff, those are the main ones. You don't want to use a ton of different bolts and sizes and shit. Anyways, this fucking thing, I would 100% recommend. Guys, I'm not putting this in the show notes either because I'm too fucking busy. All right. I'm going to be cobbling this together tomorrow morning. So just listen to the episode and take a note if you need to. Get a fucking post-it note, dude. I'm not putting things in the show notes for you. People are like, put it in the show notes. You put it in the show notes. I have to go to Amazon and fucking look up a thing and then give it to you? Fuck you. You have Google.
Dude. We'll get there someday, right? Today is not that day.
I'm just kidding though. I've given this out to a bunch of people. I have no problem if you DM me or whatever. I'll send you the link. All right, that's one. That's one for me. What do you got?
All right. So everybody's got your grinder or your cutoff wheel at home, but I found one of these it's actually on the Cornwell truck at work a few years ago. It is a battery powered, it's M12 lithium or whatever by Milwaukee cutoff wheel. And yeah, I was going to say, you've used it. All my homies have used it or seen me use it. I bring it with me everywhere. Every time we do like a chopper trip, I have this in my bag and I'm like, you need me to cut something off of your bike?
Yeah. Like, that was in Ohio with us.
I brought it to Ohio. I bring it everywhere. It's always a deadbeat retreat. It's tiny. It's absolutely tiny.
That's a Milwaukee, right?
Yep, Milwaukee. It's the fuel brushless. I don't see. Hold on, probably get a number here for you. It's just the 3-inch cut off tool. That's all it's called by Milwaukee. So, yeah, it's fucking awesome. It's got you can go both directions with the blade. It actually comes with a fence that you can like lock on to this guard. So if it comes with different blades too, you can do concrete, you can do tile, you could do wood. It's really fucking sweet. And then you get the little M12 batteries, and
I was thinking about
off you go.
How I wish I had that when I was windowing that neck to get into the little corners,
Yep, I used it for that. Yeah, and then I actually have. Oh, that's right. I do have another one. I have something else that I used a lot. I'm sure you're going to bring yours out too, but yeah, I just wanted to show this off. I use this all the fucking time when I'm working on anything. So I highly recommend it. It's a lot faster and less. It takes up less space or whatever. You get in, you just need to cut off a chunk of your fender or whatever to clearance it around your primary. Blah blah blah. Whatever you're doing, it's
You don't
just
need to plug it in.
you don't need to plug it in. It's right there. It cuts. Little 3-inch wheels are cheaper than the big ones.
Yeah.
Yada yada. So
I
it's
need to
sick.
get more cordless shit, dude. They're so expensive though.
Yeah,
But
that's the
that I
thing.
would invest in for the amount of cutting I do. I'd say as far as power tools go, cutting and grinding or buying I can't even fucking talk today. It's because these goddamn Shirley Temples are bubbles are getting to my brain. Dude. But those are the two most used tools during a build, I
For
gotta
sure.
say.
Mhm.
Power tools hand down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude, I gotta get one of those. I gotta steal one or buy one off a crackhead that robbed someone.
There you go.
All right. Here's another metalworking tool. I didn't wash any of these. Sheet metal nibbler.
Mm.
It's a drill attachment, right? So it's just you put this part on your drill and you screw it, you tighten it up, and it has on both sides for different size sheeting, these little nibblers. You can't see, but they just go up and you see how it goes up and down, and it just takes little chomps out of your sheet metal, and it can do up to I think this one can do up to I forget 1/8 inch or something like that. Pretty thick.
Wow.
Yeah. And it comes with a bunch of cool shit. It comes with like step bits and a bunch of attachments. I've never used any of it except for this. Like when you're making your seat pan, you just trace it out, put it on your drill, and it fucking cuts like butter, dude. Don't wear your Crocs though, because it has these hot little pieces that it punches out in like a little crescent shape, and they'll fall into your Crocs and burn your feet. But this one again, got it. I think it's like 30 something bucks when I got it. I got it a few years ago, so it's probably 130 now. But it's called a Rex Bet double headed cutter. Or if you just look up sheet metal nibbler attachment, they have
Mm.
a billion of them. This one I use and it's worked out great. I've used it a handful of times. If you're making a battery box or anything that if you want to make like circles and get real fancy or curves or anything, dude, it's so cheap and it works so good. Like you can really control this thing. Like once it starts going, it just like you can make fucking any shape you want. It's really cool. And for 30
That's cool.
bucks, dude, if you do any sheet metal work, which you should, if you're making parts for your bike, it fucking works great. At the very least, I used it on my seat pan. Um, that and a bandsaw for a seat pan, dude, you can get it perfect.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's cool. All right.
What's
My
next,
turn.
Danny?
All right. The one I was going
This
to
is,
bring
by the
up.
way, this is so everybody can put this on your Christmas list. So take notes and give these to your wife.
Yeah. Or echo the names of these tools near her phone so she gets targeted
She gets the
ads.
ads. Just talk to her phone about it.
Yep. So this one is the
I got the same one,
Baxter.
baby.
Yep, Baxter Professional Half-Inch Air Belt Sander from Haba Freight.
Dude.
This thing is a pneumatic belt sander, little tiny belt sander. These half-inch belts are sweet. They obviously have a shitload. When I got this one, I knew just historically Harbor Freight belts suck ass. They're fucking horrendous. Don't even bother. So when I bought this, I just went and bought half-inch belts from another place, Granger or whatever it was, and they work really fucking well. But this thing's sick for things like you were just saying, like windowing your neck. This thing is
That's what I use, yeah.
this cut that procedure exponentially.
It was
Without this,
the
it would
most
have
helpful
taken
tool for that process.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Because
this
it
is
can
great
really
for,
eat away at the metal. It's like,
and you can really focus on where it's eating too. You can get in there with just the tip of this thing, or you can get in there on something flat and you can make something flat. It actually has, you have this piece of aluminum here, the block, so you can actually press right up against that block and you're getting a good amount of tension. Like it's got that springboard over it or whatever. So you can lay the fuck into it, you know what I mean? And really move some metal if you need to. So yeah, these things are sweet. The only thing I don't love about this one is you have to oil it a lot.
Mm.
I have to oil this thing every single time I use it, or it will seize up. But other than that, it's awesome, and I think it's more a trigger button issue than anything. But yeah,
Yeah.
highly recommend this thing.
Yeah,
It's very
specifically
handy.
that one too, because when I think I talked about it when I windowed my neck, I started with the cheapest Harbor Freight one that they have,
Yeah,
which was fine. I've used it before, but it was not cutting for this. So I
yeah,
went and invested in that Baxter one, and it was probably 1,000% better. Like
yeah.
between
They're
the lowest tier one, and that's like the next one up that they have, and it's worth every penny, dude.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Like you can actually move a good amount of metal. Like
Yeah,
I got stuck on like, once you get to a certain point, you take the big chunks off of the carbide, but then you need it smooth. You want to smooth it down. And with that, you can change the angle of it so you can
right.
get into these tiny spaces and work your way around and get it like nice and smooth.
Yeah, you got a chuck on this side. You can loosen that up, and then you got a Allen screw in here, and you can change the angle that this arm sits at, however you want, and it shows you the direction of the rotation, so you don't do it into your fucking hand. But
I
it's
actually
pretty cool.
when I first started using it, I didn't have that tightened down, so it was moving a lot, but I was just
Oh
like
yeah.
holding it in place
Oh God.
until I caught my finger on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that
Yep.
thing's fucking good though.
That's
For the
it's
price, dude,
nice.
I forget how much I paid for it.
I want to say it's under $100.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. I think it's like around 60.
Yeah, that's what I would guess, and it's worth that for sure.
Yeah, and I had the Inside Track membership, so that
Same,
pays for itself.
definitely.
If you don't have the Inside Track membership, you're a fucking dummy, dude.
Hmm.
It'll literally one purchase like that. If you're buying one tool, like I had that tool and my membership had lapsed. They're like, "Do you want to renew it?" I'm like, "How much?" $30 to renew. How much am I going to save? $30.
Yep. You
And then
get
you
the
get it for the whole year.
coupons. You get the exclusive online only coupons and shit. And some of the stuff is like it's some pretty blockbuster deal shit. So
And you don't need to
it's worth
carry a
it.
card or anything on it. They have it on file,
Yep.
you know? All right. I'll do a quick one here.
Cool.
This one is not a tool that you use for riding or not for fabrication, but this is, I think Grease had actually, I put Grease on this. He talked about it on that episode that he was
Mm,
on. It's the Motion Pro for your chain alignment.
mm,
So I keep this in my tool roll because it's so small. There's a little knobby here. You put it on your sprocket at the top of your sprocket where your chain goes through, and you just tighten it down. And this tightens onto your sprocket so it is level. And then this you just can look down this little piece of metal and you can see if your chain's straight or not.
mm. That's cool.
Yeah, and it was mad cheap, dude. I think I got it. It was like $20, and I keep it in my
Shit.
tool roll. Back when I used to keep it in my tool roll when I got cheap motorcycle chains because I'd have to adjust my fucking chain every time I took it out.
Mm,
So I was always using this thing. But now I use good chains. I spend the extra money. I get good chains, and I never have to fucking adjust them.
yeah. Good chains are a must.
Yeah, I actually just got my chain in the mail. Got the X
Nice.
chain, dude.
There you go.
I say TC Bros for chains is the best bang for your buck.
$100 still?
Yeah, it's like 109 or something like that
Okay. Hasn't gone up
for a
much. It used to
fucking
be
X chain.
99. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
and
Good
that's the
deal.
other thing on these chains, fellas. I didn't bring it up. Yeah, I didn't bring it up. But one of the things I had in my actually, I think I did bring it up. I did bring it up. Let me just say this one because I have it here.
Do it. Yeah.
Chain breaker and installer. Okay, it has every little piece you'll need to break your chain, your current chain. Push that little pin out. Don't be fucking grinding and smashing shit anymore. That's the thing is when you get you get that chain with the fucking little clip, dude. You're bush league. All
Mm,
right, don't do the little clip in the cheap chain for $50 because you're gonna need this thing every goddamn day. So just spend an extra $40 and get a good chain, and then get this set, dude. I'm gonna talk about this because I have a bunch of tools from them. OMT Orion Motor Tech. All right, so you can get these They have this shit on Amazon, and it's an American company. Obviously, this shit is made elsewhere because it's cheap, but at least they have like American customer service. They have American instructions that you can actually read. OMT, Orion Motor Tech. I have a bunch of stuff. I actually have something else up here from them. But this stuff is wicked nice, dude. Like the chain breaker and everything in the case that it comes in, like it's super organized and you can find everything. It's right where you need it. And it's high quality, dude. Real high
Yeah, it looks
quality. Yeah.
nice.
I love this brand and you can get it. Dude, this chain breaker, I think I got for like $30, something
Mhm.
like that. You use it once and you're like, I'm never putting a fucking clip on again.
Yeah, dude, for sure. Yeah, it makes that whole process a lot easier. It's not a hard process to begin with, but
If you have the right
it's
tools, man,
yeah,
it's like it doesn't suck as bad.
right. Yeah, for sure. Cool. All right, you want me to do one?
Yeah.
This one's a homemade one. And I know
Oh, I should have gotten one of those.
this isn't this is not earth-shattering shit here. Everybody knows about this, but for those of you who might not know, sometimes you have to install neck bearings. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get a length of threaded rod. I believe this is 1 inch,
It looks
one
like
inch
one
24
inch.
or whatever. I believe it's 1 inch 24. Um, and then I got some big ass 1 inch washers, and you just need a length of threaded rod that is long enough on either end to go through, obviously, neck cup, neck cup, neck, you know, and then you run that through, get everything seated so it's nice and straight. Usually I use like a rubber mallet or something to get things started to make sure the race is seating, you know what I mean, straight and it's not fucking cockeyed. Because if it starts to go in cockeyed and you're just fucking hammering this with an impact, you're just gonna fuck your neck. So make sure your shit's going in straight. But then yeah, you just run your nuts up until it squeezes, and then wrench on one end, ratchet on the other, tighten, 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 squeeze. There you go. You installed your neck cups. So
I actually did that by accident. I made that tool by accident because remember when I was looking for the neck on that girder, I just
mhm.
had at first what did I have in there? Like an axle or something, I told you.
Yeah. Yep.
But then I went to fucking Tractor Supply and I got that exact setup just to keep my girder in place while I was fucking figuring out what I needed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got the neck cups because you're like, hey, dummy, you're going to need your neck cups in there to measure and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I put the neck cups in and I was like, wait a minute, big brain time. I can just fucking twist these motherfuckers down and it's going to set
Yes,
perfectly
sir.
straight.
Yep.
So I made that tool by accident. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is. It's like it's a very instinctive tool. It's something that eventually you're going to need it. And there are companies out there that make more bespoke, better engineered versions. But why use big word when little word do trick? You know what I mean? Like it's just get a length of threaded rod at Home Depot
Uh,
or some shit. You know what I mean?
Why use big
So
word if little word do trick?
yeah, I don't remember the actual quote, but it's from The Office. But yeah, that's it. That's your neck cup installer tool. And if you don't have a 1 inch neck, say you're doing it on a different style motorcycle or whatever, that doesn't have a 1 inch neck, just get a length of threaded rod that's threaded. The OD is the ID of your neck. There you go.
Yeah.
Do the same thing. Just find washers that fit on the outside of your cups and we'll disperse the pressure and fucking bada boom. There you
Yeah,
go.
it goes in like butter, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, you're putting everything in dry interference fit, right?
For neck cups, yes.
What about wheel
Yeah.
bearings do you do?
Bearings, all using sealed bearings. Yeah. I don't press anything. No, I think with wheel bearings, I might use a little bit of assembly lube because sometimes those, if they get caught and you're fucking, even if you're using a press or whatever, you'll cave in the outer race of the bearing. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
then it's fucked. It is what it is. You create a little wrinkle around that sealed edge or whatever, and then it's chooched. It is what it is. It's you've officially the bomb is ticking. Um, So yeah, I'll run a little tiny bit of just a little assembly lube or lithium grease or something like that to just make sure it slides in nice, clean up the excess. It's not like if your wheel bearing spins or whatever, you know what I mean?
That's
Because you put so much
one of
grease
those
in it, like
questions that incites riots. It's like asking what kind of oil
yeah,
to use because there's
for sure.
guys that are like, "Oh, if you use anything lubricant, it's going to hydrolock and blah blah blah." And I've just some old timer told me one time. He goes, "Everything goes in dry,
Yeah, I mean,
everything," and then now
yeah,
everything I just do no lube.
yeah, for sure.
Happy face.
If it's fighting me or something like that on a bearing, and I only have one, and it's a sealed bearing or whatever, or a needle bearing, like I'm not fucking with that. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm using a little bit of lubrication if it's fighting with me, but yeah, I'm gonna try my best to use a block of wood and a rubber mallet first, and just dink, dink, dink. You know, if that's going in nice, then we're gonna keep going. Um, but yeah, I don't get too crazy bogged down and stuff like that. I'd
Yeah,
rather
well, the
use
other thing is
simple
they're like,
shit.
"What if you ever want to take it out and it's like hydrolocked or whatever?" I'm like, once I put a new wheel bearing in, I'm not fucking ever touching it again.
Yeah, no.
I'm riding that until I sell the bike,
Yeah,
and bikes don't last long around here because I got
right.
ADHD, dog.
Exactly.
Speaking about necks, my next tool, Motion Pro. All right, you know, uh, how what a motherfucker it is to get that bearing off of your neck stem at the
Mm,
bottom.
yup.
This tool takes care of that.
Hmm.
See these little guys here? These are little screws. All right. So this little gentleman, it slides right over top of your stem. All right. And then you just tighten those motherfuckers down. And then you can pop.
No shit.
Yeah.
Huh.
And it's also an installer tool too. So you take these fuckers off and there's some other pieces in here. Um, and you can get that bearing and bump, 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 and then set it in place because it rests right on the correct place on your bearing, so you don't have to fuck with it.
That's sick. No
Yeah,
kidding.
it has like a little flat piece in here too. I don't know what else I do. I've only used it to like remove that bearing because, dude, I fucked up many a dust cover trying to get a fucking screwdriver under there and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
This makes it like to the point where when I last time I installed a neck bearing, I had to take it off because I forgot to do something. I think I forgot to put like the seal or like the dust cover on or something. And usually I'd throw a wrench through a fucking window, but I was like, oh, I got this Motion Pro fucking removal tool and I didn't fuck up the bearing. It
Mm.
took it out without any effort, dude.
That's
This is
sick.
one of those tools that if you have struggled with neck bearings, this is worth every penny because it's short money. Again, you'll see a common theme here. Motion Pro, OMT. These are the brands I keep on going back to because I bought one tool and I was like, dude, that's high quality. Dude, the quality of this tool feels great. Like it feels like a good tool and it's not super expensive.
Yeah, that's
That's
awesome.
part of what we're trying to give here too is not just what tools, but the brands too. Some cheap brands for cheap guys.
Yeah. So on that note, I'm gonna give you a really expensive one from a name brand. This is from TMR Tools. This is
Oh, I
the
like that thing
machete.
though.
Yeah. This one's not cheap. It has another arbor that I didn't want to bring it in here because with my luck it would fall underneath the table and never see it again. But you put the block in a vise. The block has two dowels in it. You slide this onto one of the dowels. You now have a hinge there. So you stick your metal rod. It says rod and flat bar bender. And I don't remember, don't quote me on the widths and shit that it can handle. I think it's like 3/16 round and maybe 1/8 bar, flat bar. I don't remember that it can handle, but you can cold bend your shit. So if you're doing little things, little foot controls, whatever. I used it for a bunch of little things. I used it to put like bends and some tabs and stuff like that. It's really, really fucking handy. I made a fender brace with it. But it's like when I bought it last winter, I want to say it was like 275 buckaroonies.
Almost $300. Fuck.
Yeah, boy. So, and they have a bigger one, the XL, I think it's called. That one's sick. It's got a fucking whole dial indicator built into the table, and it's like
Shit.
you can do up to. I think you can do up to half-inch steel now, which is nice for people like us that want to do sissy
Cute.
bars, and yeah. But that one was quite a bit of dinero as well. But I wanted to at least shout this thing out. It's really fucking cool. It's just I hate to say it, but it's my kind of branding too. You know what I mean? Like
It's cool, yeah.
there's a big bloody machete on it. The handle is like a
Oh, I
fucking,
didn't
you know
know
what I
the
mean?
handle
Like,
is a
yeah,
machete handle.
like
Yeah.
I like it. I don't
That's
know.
cool.
Yeah, it's cool. And not for nothing, you could totally like keep this in your truck and, beat the absolute fuck out of somebody with
Yeah,
it or
how thick
something.
is that? Is that 3/8 thick?
That piece there
Oh,
that's an inch. That there is thick. And then, yeah, this stuff here
that'll
is,
have you seeing Tweety birds, dude.
oh yeah, dude. If you in this big fucking 3/8 inch dowel or whatever, yeah, you could do some damage with that some bitch.
I like that. I see it every day on my various apps,
Yeah,
but I've never pulled the trigger on it, but I always want it.
just use mine. Don't buy one of your
Yeah,
own.
I'll just use yours. I've been using I have the Harbor Freight bender, and you guys might saw the other day I was bending up a sissy bar 5/8. That thing is not built for 5/8. I'll tell you that right now.
No, I didn't like it.
Brother, I bent the thing. I'm bending the bender arms. I'm bending them. Those are bending before the thing that I'm bending. And I had a
Damn.
piece of rod that I stuck into the tubing handle, and that got all bent to shit too. So I'm done with the 5/8, bending 5/8 for sissy bars, dude. I ordered some 1/2 inch, just doing the 1/2 inch.
We need to go halfsies on an oxyacetylene torch or something. We just need to get one in our lives. We really do. Because honestly, that's what's holding me back, other than the lack of motivation.
Yeah, dude. I'll go halfsies.
I'm happy to
I'll
do
keep
that.
the oxygen. You keep the acetylene. And then with our powers combined, we can bend some sissy bars.
I'm happy to leave it up at your house, man, and we
Yeah.
can just fucking, yeah,
Yeah, dude.
just go up and
When
have
I
access
always get
to
so
it.
jelly when I see someone that's like has an oxy torch that can not just for that, but dude, they can cut metal super easy.
Yeah,
And there's been a couple times where I'm like, dude, it would be nice to have a fucking torch. Cut the shit.
oxyacetylene is the shit. Yeah, for sure. So
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna be doing for my sissy bar. I won't ruin the surprise, but it's gonna be a bendy boy. I'm gonna have to put a lot of bends in it.
oh yeah,
Yes.
cool.
I made one. So I made one that I thought I wanted. It went from 5/8 to a 1/2 inch. So it was like beefier down at the bottom. And then I bent it up to where it meets the fender. And then I had it like super narrow 1/2 inch, and I welded it all together. But then I had a better idea. So I ordered because I was just using scraps.
Yeah,
I think
right.
you gave me the 5/8.
Yep.
You gave me like the short pieces.
Yeah.
And that's what I was bending when I was bending my bender. But then I had an idea, and I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm doing this idea. I'm doing this idea." So I ordered. It should have came 2 days ago, but this fucking storm,
Yeah.
UPS can't deliver. So now I'm waiting on that. I have some half. I think I got like 6 feet of 1/2 inch stainless, and then I also got 1 inch tubing.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
bro. This 1/2 inch. I'll send you the link, dude. It was mad cheap, dude.
Please
It
do.
was like $36
yeah,
for 6 feet
Please
of
send me
1/2 inch,
that.
304.
Damn.
I was like, this motherfucker steal this from someone?
Yeah. That sounds like my foot controls and struts right there.
Yeah, for real, dude.
Hmm.
The tubing was wicked expensive.
Yeah, of course.
I have a wild idea for the bars too. So this is gonna be crazy.
Hell yeah.
I'm really bummed that it hasn't come yet because I'm itching. I have this idea in my head. I want to get it.
Fuck yeah.
Who just went last?
I think I did with the
You went to
machete.
the machete.
Yep.
One more thing on the machete.
Mhm.
I'm looking at it. I think I could probably make one.
Yeah, I mean, to make something a rudimentary version of it, for sure. I mean,
But
the
it'd probably
dowels
cost you
and stuff
$100
are,
of materials.
yeah, and the dowels and stuff are all like they're pressed in.
They're nice.
Yeah, everything is really nice. It's really well made. It's very intentional. But yeah, I mean the idea to make something that has a nice thick 1-inch block as your base, you know what I mean, attached to a long torquey handle. You can come up with something, but yeah, they
If
do it
you
really
wanted
well.
to, you could.
It's powder coated. It's fucking, you know what I mean?
There's a machete handle on it.
It's a nice tool. Yeah, for sure.
Um. Oh yeah. Here's a good one. We're just talking about neck cups. Here's another neck cup thing. Or just wheel bearing
Mm-hmm.
race puller, dude,
Yep.
and installer. So this thing is real simple. It's just these two motherfuckers. You can get it wider or thinner, and on the bottom, if you can see, it's like a little ridge on both sides. So you can get this underneath the race, and you just tighten it up, and then you can bang it from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So I use this. I use this on the wheels on the hub that I got, and also the races on the neck. And it made it wicked easy, dude. Because the wheels, you can't fucking take a drift and punch them out from the backside.
Right.
Okay, not on all the wheels.
Mm-mm.
You can't get to them there. So you need something like this. And dude, I banged the shit out of this, and it's held up like pretty nice. So again, this is OMT. It just I don't know what the fuck they make this shit out of, but it's fucking dude, like I'm not a small guy, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I got some power, full on sledgehammers, blows to this motherfucker, dude. And it holds up and those fucking races go across the garage.
Yeah.
So real cheap, easy. Don't fucking use a drift to get your shit out. Get something, it's cheap fucking insurance, dude.
Yeah. I have
You
the
don't want
same
to fuck up your
tool.
wheels.
Yep. I have the same tool. I've used it for necks and for wheel bearings. It works great. It's very easy. Yep. No brainer. I think I only really have one more. I tried to do something paint specific, and it's not, I mean, it's a paint gun. I'm not even necessarily advocating for this particular brand. I really like this gun. Amazon special. It's called Beetro, Beetro. It's the TC0505. It's a paint gun. I use this for clear coat only, but I have another one, same thing, that I use for base coats and for sealer. I just really, again, I like this gun. It works great. It's under $200. Last I saw 1.3 tip. But really, this kind of body style, there's a thing you're going to notice if you're buying paint guns where a lot of them look the same. They're just different colors or whatever. The Harbor Freight purple gun, that is a highly mass produced gun. Everybody sells it. It's under every different name in the book. You can buy that very same gun in any manner of color and set up on Amazon for the same thing, 15 to 20 bucks. Stay away from that body style. Those things suck. If you're going to get it because you're like, fuck it, I'm going to paint this bike once and I'm never going to do this again and I need a gun to do primer, fine. But these are like, if you're going to do it and you're like, I like building bikes and I like to paint the bikes that I build, you know, for somebody like Rhino who likes to paint his builds, but he's not necessarily painting bikes for other people and all the time and whatever. This is a great gun. $200 for something that, you know, you want to be decent enough at that, you know, you can roll your bike around with your work on it. Spend $200 and get a gun like this. Look for a body style that's a little more sleek. You know what I mean? These are modeled and these designs are stolen from much nicer paint guns, right? These are still shitty, but the designs are stolen from nicer paint guns. The Harbor Freight guns are just shit, right? So you're looking for something with fan control. Fan control is you can dial it down so you're squirting a fire hose if you're up there in your little frame nooks and crannies, or you can open up your fan so that your fan pattern is you're painting the whole side of a car all at once kind of shit, right? And then your needle nozzle and your air or whatever. This is a good one. I want to say these are like $175. This is the bike or this is the gun that I cleared Clay's bike with and the Trippy 10 helmet with and all that shit. So it's good enough for me.
That
You know what
that
I mean?
body style, is it like better airflow or probably.
Yeah. Better
In
airflow,
theory, X.
better atomization really is
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you're really looking for. The air and the liquid mixing together and how well your paint gun can atomize your paint. The atomization is really where you're getting your coverage. It's where you're getting, especially with like your metallics and your pearls, it's making the metallics and the pearls lay a certain way. And you're getting a nice, even coat because it's atomizing so well. You're getting a really fine spray. When it comes out and you're getting this real, like, grainy, if you notice, you do a pass at the ends of your fan, at the top and the bottom of your fan. If you're getting this real, like, almost like splattery, grainy kind of like your overspray edge, that your gun's just not atomizing super well. There are ways to go around that. You can up your air pressure if your compressor can handle that. Up your air pressure and maintain the flow enough. That's the other thing too, is you have to have enough air going through, right? You have to have enough flow, not just the pressure. Once your flow goes down, you start to get spitty paint. So
Yeah,
these
you
are
want a
just,
heavy flow.
you want a heavy flow, wide flow, or what? Yeah, you know what I mean. So this body style is just these, like I said, they're marketed and they're stolen from
You
better
can
paint
tell by
guns.
the way it looks, like the way it
Yeah.
swoops and shit. Like those swoops do stuff.
Yeah. Yep, for sure. And this is where your paint cup goes on. So your paint's flowing
It's
down
not
here
going straight up
directly.
and down. It's going
Right.
at an angle. Yeah.
Yep. It's coming in. It's flowing directly into here. That's where the shit comes out. Your air is coming up through here, going, you know what I mean? This is just how much air you got going in and out, how far your needle travels. This changes how much air is going into the body of the gun, and this one changes the shape of your pattern. So yeah, this is a good one though. It's nice and light. It's another thing too that I like to look for is an O-ring less design in a paint gun. Why I like that is because this entire gun right here is all metal on metal. There is no rubber, there's no nitrile, there's no butyl, there's no Buna N, there's no nothing. So I can take this entire gun. If I was rich and had enough lacquer thinner to do this, I could fill up my tub with lacquer thinner and just fucking soak that bitch in it, and it's not gonna do anything
That's
to
a
it.
great point to
Yeah.
bring up because I was going to mention how clean that motherfucking gun looks because my
Hmm.
gun does not look like that after using it.
Yeah.
Like there's still paint from my last paint job on my gun. But that it's you clean it a lot. So
Mm.
having O-rings and shit, that's a fucking like I had to actually got a airbrush gun that doesn't
Yep.
have any O-rings in it because because I cleaned it and then one of the O-rings shrank and then the fucking thing didn't work.
Yeah. Yeah. O-rings, normal nitrile and Buna N O-rings do not like
Yeah. You want to get a
solvent.
no-ring gun,
Yeah.
not an
Yep.
O-ring gun.
Exactly. So if you can find all stainless, all um, rubberless construction, I
Yeah.
recommend it.
Yeah, when I
But
do my
yeah,
bike this time, I'm gonna need your supervision because I want to, I want to, I want to do a good paint job.
hell yeah, dude. We'll
I
get
need
you there.
like a day.
Yeah, for sure. As long as you need.
Yeah,
I'm itching to do some custom shit. I'm having a lot of fun at work, but I'm itching to do some custom shit for sure.
yeah. I got a long time before I'm painting.
Mm.
Or in the spring. All right. I think I got two more things. You'll notice another pattern here. This is a wheel bearing puller, remover, and install tool. Also OMT. This is everything. Uh, Sealed bearings, anything like any if you have like sealed bearings, this thing's fucking awesome. So you got this big long fucking motherfucker right here,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have these collets that you bang into the center, right? So you bang this motherfucker into the center and you feed another piece up into it so it spreads that collet. This goes over your hub, right? So it doesn't like fucking smash that shit and it gives it this recess and area to like suck it into. And then you just gotta make sure you lubricate these motherfuckers, dude, like real good, right?
Mm.
Um, you'll see like a ton of reviews, and they're like, "One time I fucking used it, and the fucking thing just flipped." Like, you need to lubricate the threads on these things. You're putting a lot of fucking tension on them.
Mm,
So just keep them lubricated, and they work fucking awesome, dude. I've used this thing for years. This is the first thing from that company that I got.
no kidding.
And I've changed out when I was doing vapor honing, people would bring me their wheels and shit. Of course, never removing the bearings. And I was sitting there with someone else's wheel, like with a drift and fucking
Mm,
banging on this shit. And I was like, I need to get a tool to do this super quick. And it's just that easy. You just feed that fucking collet, or you stick the collet on one side, you feed the other thing through the other side, you put that cup on top, it has all the fucking washers and shit you need, and then you just give it a couple of ooga doogas, dude, and that thing just slides right out.
that's sweet.
Yeah, that one. This one's gotten a lot of use, and like I said, it turned me on to that OMT brand, and I have quite a few things from them.
Hmm.
The last thing, because we're gonna be shutting it down pretty soon here, but I mentioned this one the other week. This one, caliper, dude, veneer caliper. I'm a dummy, so I get the
Hmm.
digital. This one is from the fuck brand is this? It's not like it's like a decent brand. Engineering Corporation, PEC. I think they do, or they used to be. I think they're an American company. They used to do a lot of machinist shit. From what I read, I don't really know. I didn't do a ton of research. Not a fucking nerd, dude. But I
No,
want to know that I'm not buying from a fucking shell company from China. Because
right.
when you buy the dirt cheapest thing that you can, you will get a piece of shit. You can't
Right.
get the cheapest thing. You want to get good tools cheap, not just cheap tools, because cheap tools are they don't work. They will break the first time you use them.
Yeah.
This thing is hefty as fuck, dude. Like I had the digital one from Harbor Freight. Trash, dude.
Garbage.
Can't get an accurate reading. Um, their analog one or whatever is decent because just fucking a piece of metal. But I'm sure that there's better ones for not that much money. But yeah, this thing on the back, it has all the fucking. I can't see it because I'm basically blind because I'm fucking old and I have shit genes. Um, but yeah, this thing is IP7, so you can get it wet. It's heavy duty construction. But the thing that I will recommend about this, get one that does the fractions.
Yeah, that's
You
sweet.
can slide this bitch and talk to it in inch and a half, inch and 15 sixteenths. You get that
Mm,
type of measurement. You don't have to do the measurement and then whip out the fucking calculator on your phone and then do some math, dude. You just
yep.
get this, and if you want the decimals, do the decimals if you're a decimal guy. I like the fractions. Again, I'm not good at math and I'm very stupid. So I need things like spelled out for me. And this
Yeah.
will get you what you need. And I got this one because I was fucking with that girder, and I was just like a little bit off. I was a little bit off. I was just a little bit off. And I was like, I'm probably off because I'm measuring it with this piece of shit from Harbor Freight that I got. I actually traded a guy for it
Mm,
because I had the analog one. He's like, I actually like the analog one better. And he traded me his digital one. And I
yeah.
think I got the bum deal.
You did. Yeah. The
Yeah.
digital ones suck.
Yeah, it sucks. Don't get the digital one from Harbor. I love Harbor Freight, okay?
Hmm.
I heart Harbor Freight. It's my favorite place to shop ever in my entire life. I will my favorite tools are from Harbor Freight. But this thing is good. Whatever I said, PEC. I got it on Amazon. I think it was like $70 though. But it's worth it cuz I'll probably never buy another one.
That's
It
not
even comes
bad.
with an extra battery.
When you consider what those things do, they take very accurate measurements of shit. $70 is not a lot of money for something. A
I'm
very
using it for like
accurate.
my wheel spacers. I'm
Yeah.
using it for like bushings and shit, like things that are kind of important to get pretty accurate on.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
choppers like a little bit of slop, but I don't want my wheel to fucking. I've done that. I've done it most of my life, just like kind of eyeballing it, but I feel a hell of a lot more confident. And it takes a hell of a lot less time, by the way, not doing a
Yeah.
trial and error.
Genuinely
So
does.
yeah. And you can measure parts and stuff, like you can measure stuff. It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real quick before we wrap up, I actually got one more thing.
Send it.
It's a little one, but it's a big one. Loctite sticks, dude.
Hmm.
I didn't find out about these until like last month, bro. I didn't
Yeah.
know this was a thing. I saw a video. I was watching a video on how to do something, and I saw a guy pull a stick out and fucking put it on a bolt, and I'm like, "What the fuck was that?" Dude, I hate first of all, Loctite, the liquid shit, so expensive,
Mhm.
you know? You're spending fucking $37 for, like, the big bottle, and you're gonna
Mhm.
be using that motherfucker, dude, and then you have to get the blue and the red. These sticks are, like, fucking $11 on Amazon, and they last forever. Dude, I haven't even turned this thing fucking once. You just dip a bolt in there, little dab will do ya. Uh, like, you don't have to take I always leave the cap off, you know? I'm doing a bunch of bolts, I leave the cap off, the thing dries up, I'm jamming a fucking pick in there to unclog it. This thing, dude, if I leave the cap off, it just gets a little crust on the top, you just knock it off. Love these things, dude. You can keep them in your you got your apron on, your stick them in your pocket, a little pocket tee, keep them in your pocket. It's like having lip balm, dude. These things are fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Short
that's
money.
clutch. That's clutch to keep in your bag for sure.
I didn't even think of that, dude. Like in a tool roll, it's so much easier than having that weird shaped bottle. It's just a little tube.
I've had that bottle get crushed in between a couple of tools or whatever and get like punctured, and then all of
They
my
always get
tools get
crushed.
covered in fucking red
You know
Loctite.
how
Yeah.
whenever you get like you'll get something like I don't know, a TV stand or like a piece of shitty furniture, and it'll come with like a little thing of the Loctite.
Mhm.
It's like nondescript little bottle or whatever. I always throw those in my tool bag, but they always get crushed, dude, because a shitty little
Yeah.
bottle. But yeah,
Right.
the sticks, dude, ain't gonna get crushed. Nice tubular construction.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a good idea. I don't know how well the actual product works, but as long as it holds the same strength, and then that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I
Is it
guess
like a
I don't
is it
know
like
if
a
it's gonna be.
paste, like a gel? Like what's
It's
the
like not lipstick, lip balm, like chapstick.
yeah?
Yeah, it's the
Hmm.
same consistency as chapstick. So like, I'll just take a bolt and just run it across the top, and it'll scrape off a little nurdle, and then yeah, I don't know how it holds up though because I just started using it, so we'll see.
Yeah. Be interested to know.
But it's
That's a
Loctite brand, so
yeah. It's something to be said for that. But to have something that like, oh, I got a flat, I have to take my tire off or my wheel off on the side of the road and bring it to a shop and get a tire on, put it back. To have that little rubby stick right there on the side of the road when you're putting your axle nut or whatever back on is that's nice.
yeah, it doesn't taste as good as regular Loctite.
That's a good and a bad thing, I feel. Because you're inevitably gonna get some in your mouth. At least with the liquid shit, it's sweet.
Dude, if they had like Loctite flavored lollipops or fucking cough drops or something, I'd fucking eat them, dude. I
Yeah.
like the red. I think the red's
Yep.
sweet.
Yeah, it is. It truly is sweet. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what it is about it, but every time I'm like, damn, like I know for a fact I shouldn't
It's always
get
on
that in my
accident
mouth.
too. You're
Yeah.
always like, what is that?
Yeah. But knowing that it's like definitely not
Yeah.
something you want to
Red
have in your
Loctite
body.
is hands down the best tasting thing in the garage.
Yeah. I would agree. I would
All right.
agree.
I think I'm done.
Well, I want to say one thing real quick. This is coming out Friday this week. This Saturday and this Sunday is For the Children Boston. It is the huge hardcore festival that's happening at Big Night Live, attached to TD Garden. Look into passes, single 2 day passes. I'll be there. I know Austin from Silver City and some other people are going. It's going to be huge. You have to bring an unopened toy both days for admission along with the ticket purchase. So, if you're around the area and you want to see some fucking awesome music, it's like the best of the best. I can't believe the lineup. So if you're around Boston this weekend, come on out and support a good cause, and hopefully we'll see you there. Stay tuned for some updates we have personally coming. Second weekend of January, keep open on your books as of right now. But yeah, other than that, I think that's really all I got.
Did want to do a quick shout out to our listeners, all of our low life listeners. You guys fucking kick ass. We have a real cult following. Like, we got the fucking Spotify creators fucking rundown of our show. and it blew me away. Like everybody that listens to our podcast, like listens to the whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
which is awesome. Like you don't get that with other podcasts. It's like in the top, 5% of completion rates of all podcasts,
Yeah.
which is so cool that you guys are so into it. And I'm just so appreciative of everybody that's, like, yes, the Patreon, yes, the listens and stuff. Like, I'm just so stoked that you guys are stoked on this and that you stuck around, and I'm still having a blast, and we're going to keep on doing it. But I just wanted to say thank you for supporting us just by listening, just by listening. But if you want to support us, uh, give us a follow on fucking Spotify, go subscribe to the YouTube, go and leave a review on Apple iTunes or whatever. You don't even have to say anything about the show. Just say, I think unicorns are pretty, but give us 5 stars. And not for our egos. Our goal on this fucking podcast is to touch every chopper guy and gal across this great earth of ours, by the way. We have a lot of people from the Netherlands apparently that like us.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to get everybody in touch. That's what we're about, unifying the chopper community. I want to meet everybody that's into choppers because I think they're the best people around. And shout out to the Netherlands. Apparently they speak Dutch,
Bingo. Good job.
which I think I knew. I think I knew that.
Good.
But
Good.
I can't put my thumb. Do you speak any Dutch? It's a weird language, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are they the ones that wear the clogs, the wooden shoes?
Mm.
That's fucking awesome, dude. Any of our Dutch homies, I'm a size 11 and a half wooden clog. If you want to send me some Lowlife clogs.
And go Max Verstappen.
What the hell's that?
Formula One driver from
Okay.
the Netherlands.
All right. Motherfuckers, thank you for listening. And yeah, we got some shit lined up. We're going to get into it hopefully next week. But until next week, Low Lives, get in the garage. I know it's chilly. Get in trouble. Have fun. Never stop chopping.
Deadbeat Customs. Steve over at Deadbeat Customs is about grassroots motorcycle riders who take it upon themselves to build and customize their bike. They offer parts for all Harley-Davidson models and also custom parts for choppers, bobbers, trackers, and cafe racers. When it comes to building a custom motorcycle, they carry the best brands available. Go visit their brick and mortar store in Tewksbury, Mass, or at deadbeatcustoms.com. Remember, enter Lowlife at checkout and save some loot. Stay Strong Co. Sean Luke has been sent down from the heavens to bless us lowlifes with the greatest motherfucking hot sauce in the world. Sweet heat baby Jesus in the white pants heralds a message from God himself. This hot sauce is for your food. Keep it off your butthole. The shits, in the hotter than hellfire Lowlife chopper sauce. Go to staystrongco.org today and grab yourself the holy trinity of hot sauces. Oxford Co. Choppers. Chris is the original bad boy from Oxford, Connecticut. From frame restoration and repair to handlebars and hardtails. Hard parts for hard men. His hardtails are expertly TIG welded and installed in-house. Made of USA-made steel, cast axle plates, he is your man for the hardest shit to hit the East Coast since Hurricane Bob. Find him on Instagram at oxfordco.choppers. Steel City Blacksmithing. Josh specializes in handcrafted steel work right outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Anything from custom motorcycle parts to hammers and tomahawks. Don't get it twisted. If it can be twisted, he's twisting it. Check him out at steelcityblacksmithing.com today. Beck Built Fab. Dustin is the plug for excess chopper parts. That's why we call him the Metric Man. Drum disc brakes, bid controls, hand shifters, foot clutch, modded worm gears, intakes, and more. He can do any fabrication job, weld repair, upholstery, or even maintenance. Check him out at beckbuiltfab.com.